Yo, Skill the Lightmare here. I just want to talk about the disagreements amongst Christians, amongst social media, amongst Christian personalities, online public figures, things of that nature, theological differences, exposing, and things like that. So, me personally, I don't engage much with those types of things. I definitely have certain things I like have a stance on, but it's just my opinion doesn't go everywhere, and that's what I've learned that maybe a lot of people have not necessarily grasped onto. But what I will say is that just me personally, when I'm looking at a lot of these people that are reaching at platforms, platform reaching, you have to take into account who you are as a person. So, as much as you feel you have a valid point scripturally, like, hey, this says this in this context or in this scripture, in this book, and this is what the church fathers or this doctrine, and this is very clear doctrinally and eschatology, all these things that you feel are applicable to back up what you're saying about an individual's um, words or deeds. You have to take into account who you are, what lens you have that you're even filtering that through to dish it out. Because if you are traumatized and broken as a person, you're going to spew out traumatized and broken methods of doing things, no matter if you may have a right stance or a right um, argument. And so, for instance, with me, I see a lot of things. I see a lot of online, between a lot of like prominent people going against this prominent person, lower level people going against lower level people, and then lower level people going at prominent people, and then prominent people addressing some lower level person in a comment about things. And what I commonly see is that people rely on the word a lot. And there's like, I guess, validation circle. And they hold all those things as like, that's just what it is. They don't consider who they are as a person. And so what I mean by that is you may be a person that as a child were talked over a lot or got bullied, or you have done a lot of things you regret, and you have a lot of bitterness in your tones of just communication in general, and you just don't even see it, or you've seen it and kind of been working on it, but it's factually there in your everyday communication. It's actually like unbiblical and counterproductive. Yet you use that same lens, the same behavior, the same personality, the same built up, opinionated trauma response dialogue and um, you know this communication style for calling people out, riddled with bitterness, personal dislike, personal disdain, and personal attacks, which a lot of it is just projecting. You're a certain person, and sometimes you know it, and you attack that you perceive is in another person when really you hate yourself. And a lot of that's present, regardless of if you want to acknowledge it or not, and say, no, this is strictly on salvation issues and the Bible, and this has nothing to do with nothing personal. Yes, it does. You are you. So when you are exposing something, who's exposing something? You. Who are you in totality? What personality do you have? What kind of level of intelligence? What kind of level of traumas? What type of level of understanding? What type of level of um, context? What type of level of upbringing? What type of level of loyalty? All those things, your loyalty, all that plays into how you address someone. So when you're just trying to fully say it's just, I'm pointing at scriptures and that's it, but the way you're handling addressing another individual is, number one, not accountable to nothing. It's just what you think. And again, who are you? You may be a person that's broken, um, not accountable, only to your own accord and to your own lens and to your yes men that may be around you. And you just have to take that into account. If you're a person that, this and this has happened to you, you've been abandoned as a child, you've been talked over, you've been manipulated, and you're just like, no, this person wants to manipulate people, and you're taking that personal. So forget what doctrinally is wrong with what this person's saying. You're attacking that person with a personal issue you have, and that's fact. And you can't get around it. You as a person that is unhealed, unmatured, lashing out. Oh, but they're misleading people and they don't have the right this and that belief system's dangerous. If that belief system is dangerous of this person's doctrine, of what denomination they are from or whatever, I guarantee you the doctrine and belief system that they have, and they have a platform, I guarantee you there is a church building somewhere near your home that believes the same thing. Hundreds of people that attend there at least once a week, and you don't go say nothing. So it's not about that belief system being dangerous, because you have yet to go to the people that are around the corner from your house and tell them anything about the same belief they have that this person with a bunch of followers have, that you only bother this person and say, no, it's because what they're teaching is dangerous. You have personal ought. You're a broken person, and you are just handling things based on personal vendettas. And that's just fact. And I don't see nobody really speaking on it. But it's like, you, number one, it's not a lot of smoke as far as where people are pulling up or hopping on a live. The people that you challenge, expose, you're not, when they go live, you don't hit requests. When they have an event and with the address on the flyer, you're not there. If they have a church building and they're, a leader, a worship leader, a pastor, a youth pastor, just a ordained minister, their church building has an address on Google Maps and you're not there. So it's not that serious, but you keyboard warrior, and YouTube warrior and Facebook warrior and Instagram warrior and TikTok warrior, not a real warrior. You're not an activist, you're a reactivist. And so these are things that I just kind of observe, whether you're prominent and you have a lot of followers and you're trying to turn all your followers against this person with a lot of followers, you ain't went to their church building, you ain't went to their pastor, you ain't went to a pastor within their church's organization or denomination. You just type, yap, yap, yap from far away. And you literally we're in America. There's freedom to travel. You are not pulling up. So I just advise people, and then especially you have people that are yapping on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but not pulling up. Then you got the people that they're not even making the YouTubes and Facebook posts, but they're just like, side comment in the comment section, but you're not making videos or posts or pulling. You're not doing nothing. You're just cheerleading, because you definitely don't have the, I would say, I don't know what's an appropriate word, but you ain't got the heart. You ain't got the heart to stand on what you're trying to propagate through the liking and the little fire emojis, but you won't say nothing with your face on camera or pull up, and not just pull up and handshake, hey, nothing's really wrong, and say it, So, don't bring none of that to me as far as trying to bring me into disagreements and stuff like that. Because I'm going to ask you, did you pull up? And how many times did you pull up? Did you address this person or their leadership or their organization, or get a mutual friend to, mediate, or anything that's past online rhetoric? So I just want to really put that out there, that, if you're not going to meet up or hop on a live or get on a FaceTime or any of that, like, you're not saying anything. You're not proving anything. This person's false. You didn't prove it. This person is just about themselves. You didn't prove it. You know, you can expose, you're not exposing anything. And then, you know, love covers a multitude of sin. God will expose you, and he's good at that. And then everybody's going to go back and look at all the exposed videos you made and look at you, man. This person was really struggling with what this whole time. He was doing what, or he did this in the past, and it came to light. And ain't going to be no sympathy for you or empathy, nothing. So I just advise that if you guys have all these personal vendettas, realize who you are and the things you have not dealt with internally that may be coming out in your communication style of exposing, admonishing, rebuking, or whatever you may want to call it, when it's really just your personal dislike because you are not down the street at these church buildings that teach the same thing that these people with platforms teach. You're just going after the platform and the people that you personally dislike, because you probably have a lot of self-hate and you think you see in them what's really in you. You know, the person that smelt it, dealt it, like they say. You know, you have a lot of self problems, and that's what you is when you're saying you are rebuking somebody, or you are admonishing, or you are calling things out, or you, who is you? What are you comprised of? What type of emotional intelligence do you have? What type of discipline do you have? And so I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I just wanted to put that out there, and I didn't mean for this to be long. I literally was trying to make a 1:30 reel, but it got real. So, Skill the Lightmare, man, Favorite Society, Hog Mob. We in here, you know what I'm saying? Save not soft. Um, Peace out, man. Shout out to all the believers, the saints, people that, you know, are not getting their voice out there, people that are getting hated on, from, other believers, or slandered or gossiped about or things like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't sweat it. People that are doing it, I don't think you're about much of nothing, you know? And so same energy in person or whatever, like if I feel that you have an argument that you're trying to, um, you know, propagate, and you try to ask me what I think or bring it to me, I guarantee you I'm going to tell you the same thing I'm saying in your actual face. So leave me out of the things. But if you want to involve me, you know what I'm saying, just make sure you've pulled up and you've done the first requirements. But that's about it. Skill to Lightmare, you know what I'm saying? Faith by Society, Hog Mob, Save Not Soft. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the home turf, the Dino, you know what I'm saying? Southern Cali, everywhere, New York, Arizona, New Orleans, Texas, the United States of America, people out in Taiwan, Europe, uh, Uganda, something. Peace out.